I'm Gabiana, and right now we're going to learn how to make palačinke. Palačinke is the Croatian word for grapes. Croatia is a country in Europe, and it's right next to Italy. So first things first, you're going to need glass bowl. Then we're going to start by cracking eggs. I have 3 of them. Next, we're going to add oil. I'm going to use mazola oil, corn oil, but you can also use sunflower oil. So I'm just going to add about a splash of that. Next, we're going to add a pinch of salt. I'm going to add a tiny bit more because I like salt. Then you're going to add flour. You're going to add a 1/2 cup. Then you're going to add your milk. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon or 15 milliliters of sugar. My mom won't let me add any more because apparently it's going to mess up the recipe. We're just going to cover our mixture. And put it in the fridge. Okay, so I just washed these strawberries, and I'm going to thinly slice them because these are going to go in the middle of the palačinke. Okay, so we put this bowl in the fridge and it's freezing cold, but that is to make the cream. So you can use anything that you want to put in the middle of the palačinke. I know a lot of people use Nutella. I'm just not a big fan. So I'm going to show you how to make super simple cream. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your heavy whipping cream and you're going to pour a cup of it. This should actually be about a cup, I'd say. So now we have 1 cup and we're just going to pour it into the cold pot. Actually, some of it stuck to the side, so I'm just going to add a drop more. Perfect. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of confectionate sugar. Then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Now we're going to get out a beater and we're going to mix this. Okay, so we just took this out of the fridge. It was in there for about 30 minutes. And now we have our ladle. Try to get about 1/2 a ladle. Let it drain for a second. Whoops. Oh well. Then pour it. Then we just turn the pan. Make sure it covers all sides. I personally like mine really thin. Then we're just gonna let it sit for a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna take our little metal, I don't know what this is called, but I know they use it for frosting cakes. Spatula? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to try to get my spatula under. It's a little harder. Be very patient. I'm trying not to scratch this. It'd be best if you had a wood spatula or something like that. I did it! Yeah, well, I'm just going to let it sit there because I'm ruining it. And now what we do to just take it off, you're going to take the pan, you're going to flip it over. That. or not like that, a little closer to Target, but similar like that. And that is how you make the palačinke. So then we will show you how we top it. Okay, so now we have the cooked palačinke. Yeah, so I just spread it out here. I'm gonna take the spoon. Then I'm gonna spread it on here. This is actually my first time making palačinke. So if you have any tips for me, or if you're actually following on to this video, which you probably shouldn't. I like a lot of cream. I'm just gonna go for it. My mom's face right now behind the camera. But I love strawberries though, so I'm gonna put my chopped strawberries, thinly sliced. I'm gonna put about, let's just do 3. Okay, and then we go and we roll it up. So I'm actually really nervous about this. I added too much cream to that. Okay. And there we go, that's a palačinke. So I'm just gonna go and roll the rest, and then you'll see how it is afterwards. And now we're going to do a taste test. That's really good. My mom's I'm not doing this wrong, am I? And it's right next to Italy. I hate that. Let's try that again. Don't shake your head like that. Did I do it wrong? Well, you beat it all together, right, at the end?
She beat the eggs, then she added the flour.
Okay. Your fingers covering the camera.